Happy New Year! Happy 2016, everyone!
So today, for the first day of New Year, we prepared for you 4 tips and strategies to exponentialize your well-being well into 2016 and beyond. Number 1 is the importance of personal practice.
That's right. So choosing something, committing to something that we would love to practice with more and more discipline. Something to uplift our lives and the lives of everyone around us through practicing some self-control, some discipline, raising our standards and showing some commitment. That can be as simple and as profound and wonderful as just choosing to be more and more appreciative of everyone and everything in our lives, starting with ourselves. It can be choosing to give thanks before each and every meal. It can be choosing to find the seed of a blessing inside every challenge.
Basically, taking initiative of making some time in our busy lives for something that matters to us the most. And I get a lot of questions on various social media channels addressed to us on how to maintain a healthy lifestyle and well-being lifestyle when our lives are so busy and when people around us are not necessarily on the same path as us. And the easiest step, the first step that we can make is to create an initiative for personal practice that is dedicated to our journey of well-being, to our journey of thriving, and to our journey of happiness. So it can be something as simple as choosing to have one raw meal a week that is nourishing for us, or it can be something as choosing 10 minutes for personal meditation, or 10 minutes for journaling, or 10 minutes for going for a walk each day. Anything that creates more space in our lives for us to become more authentic to our own selves.
So I'm sure many of us already have a personal practice, so it'll be simply upgrading a little, adding to it, polishing it up a bit more, developing it, making it more exciting and fun. Point number 2 is fast. Take a break. Be more zen. Enjoy some nothingness. Fasting is the physical body's equivalent of meditating, being in a state of no mind, where the mind is so at peace that it dissolves. So what would it take for us to allow our bodies to be at such peace and quiet and stillness and rest and relaxation that any suffering, any pain, any discomfort disappears? Fasting is one of the greatest medicines for this, and it's really important to be gentle with fasting. So that can be as simple as choosing to go an extra hour every day or an extra few hours every day from the point of waking up to the point of having our breakfast. It can be as simple as fasting from, choosing to abstain from mass-produced industrial products or animal products. We can choose to fast from thinking negativity. We can choose to fast from criticism. We can choose to fast one day a week just on liquids, whether that's raw juices, smoothies, soups. We could, and then eventually, as we build up our practice of fasting, we work towards water fasting and juice fasting for more extended periods if our lifestyle permits it, if we can treat ourselves to creating a window in our lifestyle where we can do this kind of thing.
For me, I feel that especially for those of us really immersed in the well-being fields and surrounded by all this amazing, healthy, raw, delicious food that is becoming more and more available, especially like in places like London and other urban areas of Europe and Americas, is we get so immersed in this delicious food and abundance of it that we forget to just stop and allow our body to rest, because even the healthiest stuff is still a strain on the body. And for us, in a culture of overconsumption, the biggest problem that most of us have is basically not stopping for a break, not allowing the body to rest, not allowing the body to just regenerate naturally. And fasting as simple as it is the quickest and best method to restart your body and restart your whole digestive system and allow the body to cleanse naturally. Also, fasting can alert us if anything is wrong with our body. So it's a quick way to diagnose ourselves and quick way to see what kind of state our body is in.
Yeah, a lot more clarity in our mind, a lot more balance in our emotions, a lot more in tune with our intuition, which our body is the barometer for. So in order to sense the present moment, sense our intuition, sense what's going on in our body, be more tuned in, it's like give the body a rest, bring ourselves into more balance.
And the matter of fact is, we are all eating too much, and just allowing ourselves to ask that question, why am I eating so much? Why do I need so much food? And maybe you'll find an answer that works for you, and maybe you'll find more well-being, more vitality, and more thriving through it.
Yeah, it's a definite condition that can happen whether we are feasting on all kinds of mass-produced industrial-aged products and animal foods, or whether we are feasting on the greatest raw organic homegrown superfoods. Both can be too rich in too large amounts and spoil our system and can cause pollution in our guts and negative fermentation and constipate us. So it's very important to find the right balance of lightness. Our third point is to commit and to practice getting out of our comfort zone. Specifically, let's talk about getting out of our food comfort zone. If we can simply break out of our food comfort zone, wow, we'll be amazed at how many new possibilities come into our existence daily. So getting out of grooves. If we stay in a groove too long, it becomes a grave. So what can we do to mix it up and have a bit more fun? And this might possibly be why they call it nutrition, because we're supposed to try new stuff and new possibilities and be present with our bodies, our intuition in the moment of newness, and choose what to eat from a fresh perspective and not just stuck in old habits and patterns, which if we keep eating the same foods every day, we're going to be keep stuck in the same patterns and limited possibilities. Where if we want to expand our horizons, learn about different cultures, learn about nature, learn about the world, then try new foods all the time and make it more of an exciting adventure.
So commit to trying a new meal or a new ingredient each week of the year. It's not a big ask, but it would open so much more possibility and would provide so much more skill into your daily life that you will be able to apply your intuition to understand what your body requires at this present moment more, because you'll have a bigger skill set, a bigger variety to choose from, and a better understanding on what food actually does to your body and what food provides to you. Basically, the leading edge of well-being, the leading edge of vitality is being a trailblazer. It's trying new things, it's making delicious food from these new things, and then inspiring people around us to try new things as well. That's how we make change in the world.
Absolutely, and another new way to try new things and get out of our comfort zone is to increase the quality of what we're enjoying. So maybe we choose to eat the same foods, but we go from, mainstream quality, commercially grown food, conventionally grown food, towards organic, and then from there we go more towards biodynamic or homegrown or permaculturally grown or artisan or local, or any way to try the most exquisite version of the same food is as good as trying a new thing. We might find, wow, there's so much more flavor, or there's so much, I'm satiated from such a more smaller amount of this food because I'm eating in higher quality and it's full of more minerals, electromagnetic life force, electricity, flavor, satiation. So that's another new way to practice getting outside of our comfort zone, is treating ourselves to better quality.
And it's not just a thing of vanity to try better and better quality foods. There is depth and meaning in it. When we try better quality foods and when we start exploring that trail of foods and where it leads us, it teaches us about the connection with nature and the food cycles and the ecology, and it brings back that knowledge to our lives. We become a lot more aware of the food chain and where the food comes from, and naturally we do not want to be part of the really basic industrial level factory produced food. It's just not conducive to our environments, to our bodies, and to the whole existence on planet Earth. So the exploration of better quality food, of a different alternative ways of eating food, is leading us to a realization and understanding that we can create a positive impact rather than negative impact by eating food every day.
Absolutely. We're going back to the original source of authentic food, which is the blueprint of food on planet Earth, is that planet Earth is one giant wild food cafe that is free, serving the most nutritious and delicious and perfect food at each moment of the day, at each moment of the year, is what's in season, is what's ripe. And wow, there's so much potency in nature's foods. Of course, let's not get too serious. The most important aspect of fun, of nutrition, of well-being, and of food is the appreciation and celebration of the food. So the most important thing is always going to be our vibe in the moment, and our vibe is going to be dictated by how much we are appreciating ourselves, our bodies, our minds, the food that's in front of us, and everyone and everything that is going on around us.
So it might sound like a paradox coming from us, but we say do not get caught up too much in the nutritional philosophies and the well-being trends, even in the quality of food. Explore it, be committed to it, but have an open mind, an open heart, and be open to all.
Yeah, embrace it all and totally let go of it all simultaneously. Have non-attachment, let go of rigidity, contraction, uptightness. Whenever we get neurotic about food or anything in our lives, and we feel ourselves contracting and our heart closing and our mind getting really serious, then we squeeze and we strangle the magic out of the moment. So let's stay open and vulnerable and soft and allow the magic and the magnificence of life to flow.
And that's basically the spirit in which we created Wild Food Cafe. That's what it's all about playfulness, about celebration, about staying open, about staying curious, about staying joyful, about all our nutritional choices, and yet choosing the best available choice at that particular moment for us. And the point number 4 is remember nature. Remember nature and commit to spending more time in nature.
Nature is the great balancer, and for some of us, nature might mean just getting outside of a building. Some of us spend almost all of our time every day inside in a building. So for a start, it's getting outside, getting into the fresh air. For some of us, it might be a big deal just to go to a park in a big city like London. That's a good start. Go to a park, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. From a park, then at least head to something like Hampstead Heath or Richmond, where there's a bit more biodiversity, it's a bit more wild. There's things like deer and badger and foxes running around. And from there, if you're living in a big city like London, then at least aim to get out of the orbit of London, or the M25 as it's known here. Go out deep into nature and not just settle for, anywhere where there's trees, but to head towards the coast, head towards areas of natural beauty, protected areas of biodiversity, the forests, places like the New Forest, places like Wales, places like Cornwall, places like Scotland, you name it. Just get out there and immerse yourself in nature more. Sleep out under the stars whenever you can, and nature brings so much balance and peace and harmony, and just moving our bodies outside in that natural space, allowing our minds and hearts to open when surrounded by nature, it just helps dissolve away all the static. The fact that we can look off into the horizon, into the distance, and our eyes can relax, that we can just look at all the fractals of the coastline, or of trees, or of all different elements of nature, really heals us. The colors heal us, the light heals us, the frequencies and vibrations and sounds and freedom and oneness is extremely fulfilling and nourishing and healing for us. So what can we do each day? How much would you like to commit to getting out into nature? Whether it's making it a monthly commitment or a fortnightly commitment, what can you do to immerse yourself a little bit more in this gorgeous Mother Earth on which we're blessed to live?
We cannot have long-term well-being without nature being a big part of it, because we are part of nature, and if we do not include nature into our healing, evolving, well-being pathway, then eventually we're gonna hit the wall. So sooner or later, better sooner, let's embrace the nature. Nature helps us remember. Nature helps us to reawaken our inner intuition and our inner wisdom, and that helps us navigate our own well-being journey with a lot more ease and with a lot more power.
I say myself and the whole Wild Food Cafe team wishes you the most wonderfully delicious, nutritious, exciting, fun, fulfilling, loving, appreciative 2016.
For 2016, I wish for everyone to become more authentically, unapologetically themselves, and open your hearts wide for the amazing infinite possibilities that are all around us. I wish for all of us to care more for each other, to become more compassionate, kinder, open-minded, open-hearted, and more caring, and more loving, and more true to ourselves and to those around us. Thank you so much for watching, and we catch you in 2016.
Happy New Year! And we're not going cosmic today.
We're going cosmic. We said we wouldn't, but we are.